Astrology. After leaving Swamiji Yogeshwanandaji, I went to Haridwar. I wandered around the Rishikesh region. But my mind did not find peace. I was restless and disturbed. One morning, after having darshan, worship, at the Rama temple near Lakshman Jhula in Rishikesh, I came out and saw an 80-year-old monk with white hair coming toward me. He too had just completed his darshan and was walking toward the forest. I followed him. Even though he was very old, he walked very fast. After nearly a mile, we reached his small hut. About 7 or 8 minutes after he went inside, I too, hesitatingly, went near. The hut was made of mud, clean, simple, and sacred. The moment I entered, I felt as if I had stepped into a pure spiritual field. My mind became peaceful, and all my tiredness disappeared. The Swamiji's name was Kinkar Baba. Even at the age of 80, his body was strong, not a single tooth had fallen, and his eyes shone brightly. I told him about my life's goal and introduced myself. After listening silently for a while, he slowly said, "I am an ordinary human being." I replied, "Please bless me with even a small fraction of your power. That is enough. Make me, too, an ordinary man like you." Swamiji was a great master of Smudrika, physiognomy, Jyotisha, astrology, and Ayurveda, medicine. A treasure of boundless wisdom and one who could see the past, present, and future. From his simple clothing and lifestyle, no one could even imagine that within him was an ocean of deep astrological knowledge. Finally, he allowed me to stay in his hut. He neither mentioned anything about food nor did I ask. Every morning, by the time he finished his worship, I would complete my Sandhya Vandanam, daily prayers, and sit near his feet. He had thousands of verses on Indian astrology memorized, verses that do not appear in any book. During the month I stayed with him, he made me write down hundreds of such verses. Those verses later became the foundation of Falita Jyotisham, predictive astrology. He taught me how to calculate the exact birth time, down to seconds, by examining the Garbha Shodhana, astrological study of conception. He also taught me how to prepare Garbha Kundali, conception chart, and Bija Kundali, seed chart. According to him, the Jan Kundali, birth chart, shows the gross aspects, while the Garbha Kundali shows the subtle aspects. The moment of conception, when the father's seed meets the mother's womb, is the first step in determining the results of life. Then, the moment when life energy, prana, enters the embryo inside the mother is equally important. Thus, 3 charts can be made, Garbha Kundali, Prana Kundali, and Jan Kundali, and he taught me how to prepare them. The verses he made me write are not found in any scripture today. Each verse contains immense wisdom for determining future results. He had written 525 such verses, all wonderful and astonishing. In predictive astrology, they stand like shining peaks. Whatever little fame and recognition I have received today in astrology is only because of the blessings of my revered Swamiji, the knowledge he gave me, and those sacred verses. I shall remain forever grateful to him. If God blesses me with health and long life, I wish to share those verses with their meanings and applications with readers. That will be my humble offering to the world of astrology. Swamiji also possessed a vast treasure of knowledge in Smudrika Shastra, palmistry. Even the smallest line on the palm had a name and meaning known to him. He knew the combinations of lines and the yogas, signs, formed by their unions. He had another amazing skill. By observing the middle finger, he could accurately tell the exact time of birth, and from the latitude and longitude, he could tell the place of birth. He kindly taught me this knowledge too. One morning, after I returned from bathing in the Ganga, Swamiji was sitting under a bilva tree. Sweetly, verses from Saundarya Lahari were flowing from his lips, filling the air with beauty and peace. Gatir manikitvam gagana manikhi, Sandra ghatitam kiritam te haimam hamagarisate kirtayati yaha. Sa nidechayacharana sebalam chandrasekalam dhanu sunasiram kiyati na nibadhanati dhishanam. Dhunotu dhvantam nastulita dalitendavaravanam. Ghanasnigdham klistam chikuranikuralamvam. Tava sive tadiyam sorabhyam sahajamupalabdham sumanaso vasasyasminmanye balamadhavavati vitapinam. Then he explained, beauty is the fullness of life, its enthusiasm. Beauty is life's sweet dance, its joyful song, the charming force that captures the eyes. It is a divine gift, more precious than countless diamonds and gems. Such beauty is gained only through merits of many births. Beauty is a cool shade that removes the heat of sins and sorrows. It brings completeness to ordinary human life. Nothing on earth is more valuable than beauty. As Swamiji recited those verses, the surroundings became even more serene and divine. To listen to such sweet recitation in such a peaceful atmosphere is a blessing granted only to the fortunate. At that moment, an elderly man came out of the hut. I had not seen him for the last 20 days. He sat near me, in front of Swamiji. He must have been around 60 years old. Though his body was wrinkled, he still walked upright. He looked peaceful, as if he had experienced much in life. After about 20 minutes, Swamiji opened his eyes, saw him, and smiled gently. "Shankar, how are you?" he asked. The old man bowed at Swamiji's feet and sat silently. "You appear after 8 years. Why have you aged so much? Why are the wrinkles on your face? How is Babaji? Is he doing well?" Swamiji asked several questions, one after another. The old man replied in a mountain dialect I couldn't understand fully. But I gathered that Babaji, Swamiji's own guru, had sent him to bring Swamiji to him. Babaji lived far away in snow-covered mountains, and this old man was his attendant. Swamiji said, "Shankar, old age is spreading over your body. Today, I will perform Kaikalpa, Brajuvination, for you. You prepare batiya, flatbread, and dal, lentils. We have food together. All materials are in the hut. I'll go out now and return in 2 or 3 hours." Then he left. Shankar was a man of few words, and language was a big barrier. He didn't know any other tongue. Through gestures, I learned a little about Babaji. Shankar lit a small fireplace outside the hut and prepared round batiyas and dal with wheat flour. By about 11:30, Swamiji returned. He held in his hand a 10-inch long root of a forest herb. Shankar served food for all 3 of us. In a small bowl of dal meant for Shankar, Swamiji began mixing the powdered root. Slowly, the root dissolved into the hot dal, turning it deep yellow. After about 4 inches of the root had melted, Swamiji threw away the remaining piece. Shankar ate all of that dal. After lunch, according to Swamiji's instruction, we all went for a walk in the forest. We wandered for almost 4 hours without any particular aim. Perhaps it was necessary for the medicine to take effect. And what a wonder! When we returned to the hut after 4 hours, Shankar had completely changed. The wrinkles on his face had vanished. By the next morning, the wrinkles on his hands had also disappeared. The white hair on his head and eyebrows had turned thick and black again. All signs of old age were gone. He had become completely rejuvenated, healthy, strong, and radiant. A kind of glow was coming from his body. That evening, around 6, Swamiji and Shankar left to go to Babaji. I wanted to stay with Swamiji for another 3 or 4 months. But he said, "Without Guruji's permission, I cannot take you along." Then he left, and I was left alone. The Kaikalpa experiment he performed was truly miraculous. He had thrown away the remaining piece of the herb. I searched for it everywhere, but couldn't find it. Surely he had not thrown it too far, but still, it could not be found. Indeed, when luck is not with us, nothing comes our way. I never found that root again. Swamiji never spoke about it afterward. Had I stayed with him for another few months, he would certainly have taught me that secret. Indian herbal science is truly wondrous. I witnessed that miracle with my own eyes. If Indian physicians could find that herb, it grows somewhere within 20 to 50 miles along the Ganga river. It melts into dull and turns it a deep yellow. These are the only clues to identify it. Even though I missed learning that secret, the knowledge of Jyotisha, astrology, and Samudrika Shastra, palmistry, that Swamiji blessed me with is something unmatched. Every atom of my body remains grateful to him, always and forever.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. If you liked the video, please press like button and share it with your friends. Thank you.